My name's Duddy, set up builds and stuff. Today's video is going to be about the Vex Mythoclast. This has got an absolutely massive buff to the catalyst and the gun feels absolutely insane. I am not joking you. I know I've been saying insane quite a lot recently, but I mean it. Vex Mythoclast is absolutely fantastic. Ignitions, Scorch, Radiant, 3 damage boosts, the catalyst. Rework is absolutely great. Obviously the Vex Mythoclast, it is the raid exotic from Vault of Glass. The Mythoclast catalyst got changed, which we'll go into, and we'll also look at the Queen's Foil Sensor artifact, which gives you 3 ignitions and Scorch and Radiant, and this with the Vex Mythoclast and an exotic on the warlock just feels absolutely broken as hell. Ignitions, Scorch, Radiant, you name it, damage boost galore. Stay with me, I'm going to break this video down. You want to see this, trust me. So, the Vex Mythoclast, like I said, it's from Atheon, Vault of Glass. You get this as a drop. It's solar, 400 rounds per minute. That also got changed. It's now 400 rounds per minute. It wasn't that before. It's got the perk on there, Temporal Unlimited. Defeated targets, build stacks of overcharge. When fully overcharged, swap the firing modes. In this mode, hold the trigger to charge up a linear fusion rifle shots that cause an ignition on precision final blows. So that's new. When you're in the linear fusion rifle mode, you can use it for damage, and it also causes an ignition if you get a precision kill with that mode activated. And then it also says at the bottom, this weapon fires singular bolts in full auto. When the magazine is emptied, ammo is pulled from across timelines to refill it based on the number of shots landed. This also got buffed. It is now a better version of rewind rounds, which I'm going to go into. Here's the catalyst, what it says: while in full auto mode, final blows or rapid hits with this weapon grant bonus damage, accuracy and stability for a short duration. But there's a hell of a lot more, stay tuned. So now the intrinsic now has what is comparably a more potent version of rewind rounds when you're full auto mode, which I'm going to show you, really good. Temporal Unlimited, precision kills with the linear fusion rifle now ignites enemies, so it causes an ignition. After leaving linear fusion rifle mode, the magazine is now fully reloaded. That's another cool little buff. The HUD, the HUD buff, and the magazine display have been tweaked to show the exact amount of linear fusion rifle shots remaining. This is purely a visual change. And then the bottom bit, sustained damage can now activate the catalyst in addition to kills. So basically, you get 3 damage as long as you stay on target with this weapon as well. So we're going to break that down. So just watch the numbers, 84, and you can tap it, it doesn't really work, you're going to keep the full auto on, and then it goes to 101, so 84 to 101. That's a free 20% damage increase, which is very nice, just for free. 20%, all you got to do is stay on target for a couple of seconds and you're going to get a 20% damage increase, guys. That is just really, really good. 20% is not too shabby at all. And now we'll go to the catalyst, the temporal mode or the linear fusion rifle mode. You get a couple of kills and you're going to start building that overcharge at the bottom left, and then once you're in that mode, switch and it fires into a linear fusion and causes an ignition now. Look at that, ignitions on tap, and you can also obviously use this for damage as well, but ignitions on precision kills is just really nice touch. So one more time, get an ignition kill and you're going to get a precision kill, and you get an ignition. Really, really nice. Now there's a whole host of different seasonal artifact perks. This sort of update, the one that really sticks out to me that makes this gun absolutely shine on a warlock subclass with solar abilities is this one here. This is absolutely nuts. The Queen's Foil Sensor with Fever and Chill. Rapid precision hits with solar weapons grant you Radiant, which is an additional 20% extra damage on top of the linear the buff that we already talked about earlier on. We've got Kindle and Trigger. While you're Radiant, it causes solar weapons to apply Scorch, even more damage, while Radiant deal increased weapon damage to combatants affected by Strand. Revitalizing Blast stunning champions also causes to ignite. And the very last one, Rays of Precision. This is absolutely nuts for this Vex. While Radiant, solar precision final blows ignite. So we can get free Radiant via this artifact just like so. You're going to see there, I've got Radiant. I'm also applying Scorch, which causes ignitions anyway. And we're getting 2 different types of damage boosts. We'll get that extra 20% from the actual weapon buff. And we're getting 20% from Radiant. And via Rays of Precision, we are causing ignitions with the Vex Mythoclast. And we're going to also get that from the Linear Fusion Rifle mode. So we are literally just walking around and nuking. Rays of Precision is a fantastic. Just getting ignition kills, whether that's in your Linear Fusion Rifle mode or the standard auto mode of the Vex, feels great. There's a couple of exotics you could pair with this, something like Dawn Chorus, but I really like Rain of Fire because you can reload your fusion rifles and your linear fusion rifles, and it's just another way to get Radiant. I know you can get Radiant pretty easy with that seasonal artifact pack, but just in case you're on a different one, and you're going to be infinitely Radiant no matter what, and you get obviously that 20% Radiant free damage. Again, that also stacks with the Vex Mythoclast buff that we talked about earlier, that other 20% damage just by staying on target. So, Ignitions, Radiant, Scorch, what more do you want? Absolutely nuts. Really good job with this Vex Mythoclast. They've done a really good job with it. They brought it right back in line to where it should be. Vex Mythoclast, while Radiant, don't forget, it's super easy to get Radiant, is obviously great for anti-barrier. This is the Grandmaster, so the enemies are pretty tanky, but you can see there. Now, don't forget all the extra damage you're getting, plus your Scorch and Ignition damage as well. It's just really, really good. So I've just got some clips to show you of it sort of working together now. Obviously, it's good for barrier, but it's also good for unstoppables as well, because you're going to cause ignitions as well, which is good for unstoppables with all of that solar scorching effects going on. You've got Radiant for your anti-barrier, you've got your precision kills for Rays of Precision, getting all the ignitions, and it just really, like I said, it feels really good. Song of Flame or Will of Radiance, I suggest. Once you're in that Song of Flame, you're pretty much unkillable, and then you can just go plow through some enemies very easy, just causing carnage left, right and centre. Ignitions everywhere. Feels really, really good. If you've got a couple of people running this, guys, it's truly, truly busted. There is a couple of gear sets you can run with this. Some of the newer ones look interesting. Until I farm them out, I've decided to stick with my collective psych set. Picking up an ammo brick gives you a stacking bonus to weapon and swap speed, but the 4-piece one is where it's at. You get this from the Desert Perpetual raids. Suspend, Unravel and Sever effects applied to targets, and Radiant and Restoration have an increased duration. So a couple of different gear sets. I like the collective psych one, but if you don't have that, no problem. There's about 3 or 4 different ones you could run. I'm just going to leave a few of the clips played out and then talk about my fragments and stuff like that. But you've literally just cleared a room there in a GM with a Vex. And don't forget, Vex is a primary ammo weapon. Just look at all the ignitions going off, anti-barrier and unstoppable, built in with that seasonal artifact perk. And guys, it's just carnage, just ignitions, solar everywhere. With regards to Rain of Fire as well, like I said, you could probably pair it up with Dawn Chorus or something like that. That would also be very nice. Touch of Flame Aspect. This is going to improve your grenades. Again, it's not absolutely needed. Helion for me is absolutely perfect for this, because that's just even more Scorch, and you're going to cause even more ignitions, even more damage. Ember of Char to make your ignition spread Scorch to affected targets. We are also going with Ember of Eruption. Your solar ignitions have an increased area of effect. I'm also running Ember of Ashes to make my Scorch stacks have more to target, so you apply more Scorch stacks. And then Ember of Searing, defeating Scorch targets, grants melee energy and also creates a fire sprite. There's my gear stats. I'd probably like a little bit more super energy if I could, but that's how it is. That's my set that I've got. I'm going to leave the last few clips playing out. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.